Hey, you told me your number?
I just gave it to you.
Yeah, no, I know. I just want to make sure I have the right one. You know, sometimes the 4s, they kind of look like 9s.
Right. Yeah, just let me see it and
Can't repeat it from memory? So I guess this means we're not really meeting up in Carmel anymore?
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere with you.
All right. Fair enough. Maybe I'll see you around.
Yeah, maybe.
You get your fucking head bashed in.
What?
Hey.
Happy Halloween, my Rych Babes. Welcome to our finale of the 10 Days to Halloween series. Today, we're talking about the real fear that so many women face every day. The fear of rejection turning dangerous. We're talking about those moments when a simple no can lead to aggression or even violence. Today, we're shedding the light on what happens when some men simply cannot handle rejection, and why it is a risk that so many women are forced to navigate. This topic might be heavy, but it's very important. So let's get right into it.
Damn. Hold on, wait, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Sorry, I gotta go somewhere.
Where you from?
Not from here.
All right, but where you from? That's why I'm asking you where you from.
I'm from Staten Island.
You got a boyfriend?
Yeah.
We can't be friends though. I got a car.
Married.
I got a car.
I'm married.
I got money too.
Sorry.
Like, we could be friends. I could just spoil you as a friend.
No, thank you.
Nah?
No.
So I can't talk to you?
No.
Fuck you then, bitch.
Yo, excuse me, miss. Come here, please.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
Do I look
I
like
am.
I want combo, big man? Is everything good?
Nah, I just thought you looked
Furthermore,
good, innit?
can't you see that I have things I'm doing and I got places to go?
Alright, like that. Say no more. You're dead anyways, bitch.
So, my Halloween babes, let's paint a picture of something that happens way too often. You're out with your friends, maybe at the bar or a party, and just enjoying yourself. A guy comes up and starts a conversation. He's friendly, but a bit too flirty. But for whatever reason, you're just not interested. You politely say, no thank you, and try to gently brush him off. Then, all of a sudden, the mood changes. Suddenly, what seems harmless turns into intense or even hostile. It's terrifying, and it's something too many women know firsthand. Rejecting someone isn't supposed to be dangerous, but for women, saying no can sometimes feel like a walking tightrope. The fear is real because we've all heard the stories or maybe even experienced moments ourselves when rejection led to serious or even violent consequences.
She got verbally assaulted. Yeah, verbally assaulted because I rejected a guy. Oh my gosh. So I have to say the area. This happened in Croydon, okay? Croydon. But anyways, this is like a couple years ago when I was working in Croydon, right? So basically, some guy came up to me and I was coming home from a long shift. He came up to me and was like, oh, yo, let me get your snap or whatever he asked me for, yeah? Obviously, I politely, you know what, yeah? Normally when like certain men move to me, I'll like, you know, have a bit of attitude or, this, I swear down this time, I don't know if I was in a good mood, but I was so nice to him. I literally was like to him in the nicest way possible, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. Because I actually had a boyfriend. My man started shouting in my face. He was like, oh, watch when I see you again. Are you dumb? Watch when I see you and your man. Watch when I see any of you lot in Croydon. Watch, you can't come around here. Guys, I swear my life, I'm not even joking. I'm not even chatting shit. Like, he was actually shouting at me. I'll never forget this day. I remember I called my best friend straight away. I didn't even want to tell my man because I was thinking, like, he's going to get mad. He's going to want to go look for him. But anyway, he was really like, oh, yeah, watch when I see you. Watch when I see you. If you can ever come Croydon. Or proper cuss me, but I can't say the words because obviously Tits all likes to ban me and give me strikes. But yeah, like, he was doing the most. Laughing, yeah. I'm actually laughing at it. Maybe because nothing actually like happened to me, but I'm actually laughing at it, but it's not funny. Like, how can you actually say to somebody, I'm sorry, like, you know, I appreciate it, but I got a boyfriend. and they moved that mad. The guy threatened me. Do you know, yeah, I was actually scared to go like work the next day after that because I thought I was going to see him again. Every time I tell stories, I'm laughing. But it's actually not funny. Like, imagine that. Like, being a female is scary. Man threatening me because I politely told him I've got a boyfriend. So, well, I meant to cheat on my boyfriend. Anyway, being a woman is scary. Like, it's actually very scary. Now, like, that has just made me now always give my number, but obviously block it. And I don't like doing that, but I just do it for my own safety because there is stories of things happening to women after they've politely rejected a man. Like, I just don't understand. And if you are a man like that and you're watching this video, you take rejection to heart in that way, you're actually scum of the earth. That is actually very worrying behavior. Like, how are you that mad because somebody has politely, you know, declined your advance? Like, come on, man. But yeah, like I said, after that day, I just be giving my number now, like, and just block afterwards. What makes it annoying as well, you be like, oh, I have a man. Oh, what, we can't be friends. Stuff like, be like, no, we can't. What, your man don't want you to have no friend? Like, shut up. But anyway, that's not even part of, you know, what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's very, very scary for us women. So let's be careful how we reject someone. And it's actually so bad that I even have to say that because we should be able to reject somebody if we want to. But it's a scary world out here.
Never trust a man that doesn't know how to handle rejection. Never underestimate the feelings of a man who has been rejected. If this man states that he would kill you, you need to believe him and take the necessary precautions. Men who aren't able to handle rejection will resort to physical violence and often verbal assaults on people who have done nothing to them but made a choice in which they have every right to the choice that they have made. They will even begin to harass and or stalk you. So it's very important that you keep in mind how you let someone down and make sure that you keep your distance from that person. Take everything serious because your life is extremely important.
Ladies, I want you to be careful. Some of these men can't take rejection. They can't get a woman. A woman don't want them. So when a woman say no, they get embarrassed. They feel ashamed. And they will hurt you all because they can't have you. When you tell a man no, you better be careful. When you try to walk away, some of these men will come behind you and try to hurt you. So y'all women, protect yourself by any means necessary.
Men have to get over killing people because they're getting rejected. Like, men, that can't go on. Like, that is like they said the Idaho murders that he was DMing one of them and then he didn't get a reply. He kept DMing them months and months and she never got a reply and then he murdered them. Then there was this Alabama basketball player who got into an argument with a girl because she didn't want to give him attention and he shot her. She's dead now. Like, it's just like senseless. Like, I just don't understand it. It's really disgusting. Like, it kind of makes me mad. Not even kind of, it does make me mad because it's just like, you're so like narcissistic that you can't take rejection. Half the time they be fucking ugly. Ugh.
Some men take rejection as a personal attack. Instead of seeing it as a normal response, they respond with anger. The compliments turn into insults, the charm turns into threats, and it goes from 0 to 100 in a second. It's a switch that many of us recognize, a moment where you start thinking, I just want to get out of here safely. And sometimes it doesn't stop at insults. We've all heard of tragic stories of women who were insulted, hurt, or worse because they dared to say no. It's like these men see rejection as a blow to their ego, one that they feel they have to punish you for. It's very chilling and it's very disturbing. It's something we shouldn't have to fear at all. Because of these dangers, a lot of women feel trapped. You may think, if I say no, he might react badly, but if I give in and give him my number, I'll be on the hook for something I don't want. It's a no-win situation, and it keeps so many of us from feeling safe even in public spaces.
Bougie girls, ain't it? I can tell. You think you too good to talk to me or something? You got some real pretty skin. I mean, I get your hair did. I see you had that little hat on. Your man ain't getting your hair did. That's what it is. Cause messing with a dude like me.
You just want to bother somebody today.
I mean, you missing your blessing. I'm trying to help you out. I mean, I get your hair did, your nails did, get you some lashes.
I already told you
Because I
no
can tell
thank
you
you.
bad after.
No thank you. No thank you.
I mean, listen. I'm a man that I know what I want. You play hard to get all you want, but I know you want me. I want you too. Come on, child. Stop playing hard to get. Just take my number down. I promise you. Just let me text you. I'll get your hair did tomorrow.
No. I'm fine.
Just let me get your hair did.
No, I said no.
What's the big issue? You think you better than me or something? You think you too good to talk to me?
You can have a seat and wait. That's what you can do.
Listen. You know what? Never mind. You ain't giving all that. No way.
If a man asks me for my number, I'm gonna give it to him. I don't care what he look like. And if I don't like him, I'm gonna throw an extra razzle-dazzle in there and be like, yeah, and make sure you text me right now or in the next 5 minutes, boo. Don't play with me. Y'all act like the block button don't exist. Do y'all know there are men out here unaliving women because they don't want to give their number up to these men? Baby, I don't care what you look like, how aggressive you came at me. You about to get this number. I was at the gas station and tall dude with dreads walked up to me and said, let me get your number. Not asking me, can he get my number? No, baby, he demanded it in a nice way. And even though he wasn't my type, I still gave him my number and smiled and said, make sure you text me in the next 5 minutes. Don't play with me. And he walked off smiling. Okay, not angry, not triggered, not disrespected. He walked away from me smiling. Women, come on, this is chess. When I'm in the presence of a man, I'm gonna give him the ultimate respect, regardless if I'm attracted to him or not. I love my life. I love my future. I love my purpose. And I'm not gonna allow pride or ego to get the best of me in that moment. I'm not.
No, I don't need anything from this shop, thank you.
Well, let me get your Snapchat before you leave.
I remember telling you that was unavailable. I said this like 15 times. You can't have my Snapchat. You can't have my number. You can't have access to me because access is denied. You swiped your card like 10 different times and it did not work. What are you telling me? Huh? You're still chatting to me?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you doing it?
If I get your number.
If you get my what?
Number. And then that's a chance that you letting me sweat my car. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like you're intruding on this experience that I'm having right now.
You feel like
I'm flying away and you're just keeping me down here.
okay, let's fly together.
No. I fly alone.
You know, trying to.
You can't have me. You can't have me. Because I said no.
Well, let me have it.
So let's talk about the politeness trap. Okay, many of us have been raised to be polite, to avoid cause of scene, and to not hurt anyone's feelings. And because of that, we often downplay our no or try to soften the rejection, but sometimes it's not even enough. Number one, being overly agreeable to stay safe. Many of us have played nice to keep things calm, giving fake numbers or promising to catch up later just to keep the peace. This is survival mode. It's a way to staying safe in a world where saying no can lead to real danger. And number two is the emotional toll. It's exhausting to live with this fear, always having to second guess how a simple rejection might be taken. And it's unfair, but knowing that setting a boundary can lead to a dangerous situation is something too many of us have to think about.
Block men now.
If you're still wondering why we choose the bear over the man in the woods, listen to this voicemail that a guy left my mom after talking to her on the phone once.
Brandy, I'm only calling you now hoping that you'll get this message, which I imagine you will because even though I'm not very familiar with the block section in the voicemail section, I imagine you and most women are, because you ladies block men nowadays like you're changing underwear, like you're pouring a cup of water. I already know this. I know why you block me. You block me just because that's what you fucking do. But you ladies in general, even if a guy doesn't do anything wrong or doesn't do anything to hurt you, you ladies block men for no fucking reason at all. I know women that have told me they block every man that's in their phone once they start dating a new man, even if the other guy didn't do anything wrong. So that's how classy you ladies are, wink, wink, sarcasm. But, so I imagine your block list is like as long as a football field. So with that said, I imagine you'll probably hear this text message. Brandy, I just wanted to tell you, if you are still in Michigan, I would stay there if I were you. I think you really need to, because I think you've been living in Florida too many years, because you're fucking psycho, batshit crazy. They're like the rest of the fucking Florida people, and more importantly, the rest of the Florida women. You are horrendous. And of course, if you ever hear this, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, because I know how stupid people like you think that's all you ladies do nowadays. That's all women. Women are amazing. But asshole, jaded, hypocritical, single women like you is that all you do is you focus on a guy's reaction instead of anything you did. It is fucking amazing. I reached out to you again. I was nice to you again. I showed interest in your son and your life again, in what you were doing. I tried once again to just say, listen, I'm single. You're clearly single, obviously you are. I know you are. What I'm trying to say is you really should look within, because you aren't single because of yourself. All right? I don't know how old you are. I imagine you're in your 40s like me. And I'm not like one of these people that says, well, somebody's single. They obviously have to be single because of them. That's not obvious. Nowadays, that doesn't mean anything. But you are single because of you. You really need to look within. You are amazing, because it's not like you can say, well, gee, after this amount of time, I've, decided to be like this with you because of our interactions. No, you were like this from the very beginning. Literally impossible. Literally impossible. You were not consistent. You were interested, but yet you don't show interest. You play games. You aren't any consistent. You're impossible to get on the phone. You want to do everything by text. You misunderstand shit. You're obviously not trusting, and you act hypocritical. You act like a typical white, angry, hypocritical, jaded American woman that won't deliver what she expects to get back. That's all there is to it. You're a typical Karen. Why don't you change your name to Karen? You should change your name to Karen, and then after that, stay in the Midwest and try to stay there for a few years and get some of that Midwest goodness back, because you sure lost it in Florida. Really. Are you another woman that drinks every night? Another typical lush Florida girl that just drinks every night and doesn't know her ass from her head? Because you sure come up with some stupid shit, you say. And more importantly, you really come up with a lot of toxic gaslighting, just focusing on the reactions of actions that you caused.
I've heard men ask, why do women take our phone numbers if they know that they aren't going to reach out to us, they're not going to call us? Why do they entertain us? Why do they be in our face and laugh and stuff if they're never going to speak to us? And the reason is we don't want to die. Unfortunately, some men cannot take rejection. They can't take the word no. And you end up in situations like this. I am so sorry to these young women. And also, she was a child. So that is a whole different story. I don't know why a grown man was trying to even approach a child in the first place. But women are scared to say no because we don't know what will happen. Even in, areas that are public, you don't know what happened, because men sometimes they just can't take no. And this is just the reality of being a woman. And him only doing 15 years is wild. Like, be for real.
Nothing gives me the ick more than a man who has a fragile ego and can't accept rejection. Like, I've rejected so many men in my lifetime, sometimes for a good reason, sometimes it's just because I'm bored and I can. Like, what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna hit me? Because if you do, you get arrested. So it's a win-win, whatever. But the way some of them act when you reject them is so cringe. Like, I literally have this one guy, like, it's like, I don't even understand why men think that they're entitled to our bodies, our time. Like, if someone doesn't want to date you, they don't want to go out with you, they don't want you, Like, move on. Like, why are you as a man getting so aggressive and disrespectful and rude, and they even resort to killing women just because they get rejected? Like, y'all are pathetic. I literally had this one guy, I've been rejecting men recently just because kind of going through a complicated situation and I'm just really not interested in all these guys. When I'm bored, I'll hit them up, obviously. I just had this one guy that, like, he was trying to, like, come back into my life, and honestly, he just gives me the ick, and he's just, like, gross. And I'm just not interested in him. He's been, like, following me and unfollowing me, like, texting me, calling me, and I blocked him. He literally got, like, a fake number, like, a WhatsApp number to try and talk to me. I'm like, take a hint. And then he does this, like, every, like, 4 or 5 months, I think. And, like, every time I reject him, he always says disrespectful shit to me. And I'm just like, can you just leave me alone? Like, clearly I'm not interested in the type of person you are, because your little dick energy and your small ego cannot fathom being rejected by a girl. Like, he's been texting me for, like, 2 to, like, 5 days now, and I keep leaving him on scene, or I just, like, block him and he'll just pop out with, like, a new account, and then he'll, like, post stuff like, humble yourself, who do these bitches think they are, not da, or, like, he'll, like, send me, like, a rude meme like, you're not even all that, you ain't shit, blah blah blah, you're not even that pretty, and then come back later with, like, an apology. It's just like, I wasn't even thinking about you, I'm thinking about the guy I actually want. Like, can you just leave me alone? But guys don't understand that that's, like, the biggest ick. What makes you think a girl would ever choose you if you're the kind of loser that does that and loses their shit if a girl says no to you? You're weird. And honestly, you should be arrested, or you need therapy, because I feel like guys like that are just, like, walking red flags, and they're just weird.
A little before 2:30 a.m. on Sunday, March 17th, 19-year-old twin sisters Somaya and Somaya Spain went to Slope Natural Plus Deli and Grill in the Park Slope neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. Their brother was with them, and they had just come from a family game night. Family members say the twins had also gone to a club earlier during the night. They had decided to stop by the store to get something to snack on, and the owner of Slope Natural Plus says that the twins were regular customers in the store. While walking to the bodega, a friend who was with the twins noticed a man following Somaya. So in one article, it says that this man was actually at the club on the same night that the girls were there. Now, to get the man to go away, Somaya ended up providing her Instagram handle to him. When Somaya refused the drunk man's advances and told him she wouldn't follow him back on Instagram, he started getting belligerent and stormed out of the store. A few moments later, he attempted to push his way through the store's entrance, pushing Somaya in the process. When that happened, everyone else, including some of the store workers, pushed him out of the door and locked it so he couldn't come back in. During this time, the man also tried stabbing one of the store workers. Now, thinking that the man was gone, Sanaya and Somaya exited the store a short time later. The man came up to them again, this time with the knife visible in his hands. Sanaya said that the man said, "I'm gonna stab y'all in the face." He pushed Somaya to the ground before running at her with the knife in his hand. The girl's older brother intervened, pushing the man to the ground. Sanaya says that when she went to grab Samaya's phone, the guy stabbed her in the arm before stabbing Somaya in the neck. Police found Somaya with stab wounds to her chest and neck and rushed both of the twins to New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital, where Somaya was later pronounced dead. Sanaya is expected to make a full recovery from her injuries. So the suspect is still on the run. There's not much information about him, just this picture that they caught of him when he was trying to enter the store. The sources used for this video were Fox 5, The New York Post, The Guardian, and People magazine.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. So some of y'all already know this girl by the name of Somaya was killed here in Brooklyn not too long ago because she had sat over here and rejected a boy. This is the boy that sat over here and killed her. He had stabbed her in her neck and then punctured her in her heart with a kitchen knife. His name is Vito Kelly. So today it was reported that he sat over here and turned himself into the cops after hiding for so many days, but with an attorney. Now, respectfully, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, my damn self. And I'm sorry. What happened to this girl, she did not deserve it. All because she sat over here and rejected you, you gonna sit over here and kill her? Respectfully, I wanted the streets to handle him. I wanted the streets to handle him. How they really get down, I wanted the streets to handle him. But good thing he sat over here and turned in himself. Because at the end of the day, this girl and her family needs justice. And you know what? He ain't get away so easily. Because when he go into jail, if you think he going to sit over here and go inside there and do his little sentence and it's going to be cute, no, he's going to get handled in jail. You sat over here and cold-heartedly killed this girl because she rejected you? Didn't want to give you her number or anything? Are you serious? Then on top of that, you did not only sit over here and stab her, and you also stabbed her twin sister. So imagine how her twin sister is feeling. That's someone that she was in the womb with. Then her mother was on the news crying for dear life. But all in all, justice for Somaya. Sweetie, may you rest in peace. You did not deserve that. You are very beautiful. And may God bless you and your whole family always. Amen.
You can't be mad that the chick that you want because of what she looks like doesn't want you. You only want her for what she looks like anyways. She doesn't have the other qualities that you're looking for. Leave her alone.
I don't know that. I want, you know, I like what I see. I want to hear and get to know her better.
But sweetheart, they're talking to the women that are saying they're not going to cook. Leave them alone.
No, well, they find out she's not going to cook after they speak to them.
Okay, and then you're like, okay, then leave her alone. That's what I'm saying. There's somebody for everybody. The chick that doesn't want to cook, leave her alone.
But how many men, other than chefs, don't want a woman who's nurturing and wants to cook for them and cater to them? How many men don't want this?
I don't know the answer to that. I would imagine that most men do want that.
Right. There are things that women want. We know what they are.
And they might not get it. They might get it, they might not. Men can say what they want, they might get it, they might not. It's the same thing.
Why can't men just leave women alone? What? Serious? Why can't men just leave women alone? The way she had to say, just leave them alone 11 times, and this man was so resistant just to the idea of leaving a woman alone who's not interested in him. Every time I've ever done a post about the 4B movement in South Korea where women are saying they don't want to deal with men anymore, without fail, I have a bunch of dudes in the comments complaining and trying to prove to us why we need them, how bad it's going to be for us if we stop dealing with them. And my question is, why? I mean, I know I'm going to actually regret this, but I actually want to know. I would love some men to come in and tell us women, why can't y'all take no for an answer? Why do you need to force yourself on people who are not interested in engaging with you? Why was that guy in the Stitch video so resistant to the idea of just moving on to another woman who actually might be interested in him and might be what he's looking for? What is it? Because whenever somebody tells me they don't fuck with me, I don't fuck with them.
Matter of fact, I've come to realize that men take rejection and stuff a lot harder than women.
Way harder.
I've had men that tried to ruin my life because my answer was no. Now, mind you, like ruin my life. Like tried to ruin my fucking life because my answer was no. I've never experienced such spoiled entitlement and sensitivity before in my fucking life. It has everything to do with the person that has the choice. It has nothing to do with you. It doesn't make you any less attractive. It doesn't make you any less fucking desirable. It doesn't take anything away from you.
Then you say no, and all of a sudden you ugly or whatever. I'm like, damn, you just try to holler.
I ain't that ugly.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck?
That's how they like keep their ego intact, though.
Exactly. It makes them feel better about being rejected.
Is anyone else having the most bizarre interactions with men these days? This man follows me on Instagram and I respond to his messages. He DMs me, I respond to his messages. We're chitting and chatting. We're talking about whatever under the sun. I live in Houston. He lives in Houston too. So he reaches out and, you know, tries to figure out like, what do I like to do for fun in the area? I'm chitting and chatting with him, being nice, being kind, you know, even if this turns into a friendship, I'm happy to meet a friend in Houston. That's great. This man asked me out for drinks. I didn't get a chance to respond because I was on the phone at the time when I saw the message, but I was going to call him back and respond, you know, as soon as I got off the phone. I get back to the message thread. All of his messages are gone, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, wow, these men can't handle rejection that bad that you're unsending all of your messages? I mean, QJT.
So let me make one thing clear, Rych Babes. This is fear, this is anxiety, and this is not your fault. Women are taught to navigate around men's ego for our own safety, but it's a system that needs to change. Feeling unsafe for simply setting a boundary is not okay, and is not something that we should have to bear alone. Boundaries aren't a crime. Saying no is a basic right, and no one should feel entitled to you or your time just because they want something. These scary reactions, they're a reflection of their own insecurities, not a sign that that you've done something wrong. Stay close to friends who support your boundaries and build a network of people who you can rely on. It's sad that we have to think this way, but knowing that you have someone in your corner can make a big difference. Ladies, I even had an encounterment when I was on my way to a cookout, okay? I had me a nice little cute jean outfit. It was really cute. It wasn't too much. It was cute, right? It was like a family affair, you know, so I wasn't doing too much. And I had to go to 7-Eleven to grab me something, and it was a store full of men. This man walked past me and was like, damn, shawty, you look real good. Some older guy I just wasn't interested in. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I'm still in line waiting to get rung up. This man come back and kept asking me, can I get your number? Can I get your number? I'm like, no, thank you. No, thank you. No fucking thank you, nigga. And he was like, why? You look so good. I don't understand why you go out there looking like that if you don't want me to talk to you. I'm like, you act like I'm wearing a provocative outfit, but even if I was, nigga, that's not your business. So he just kept getting really outright. Like he ended up like trashing the candy from the candy stand and stuff. And he was like, what you mean you're not gonna give me your number? I'm getting nervous and I'm looking at the men in front of me. Everybody minding their business like, you know, that's a her problem. That's not a me problem. And I'm just sitting here like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm over here thinking like, okay, my car is over there. Let me hurry up. Like, but I can't, like, I don't want to run past this nigga. Like, let me make sure I got my shit on me. Okay, like what can I do? Because at this point he's going outright. And even the cashiers, you know, they were just kind of looking up. They was like, sir, not because he was being a danger to me, but because he was vandalizing their stuff. So he ended up like just forcefully pushing the door open and leaving out the store. And he went the opposite way of my truck. So I said, oh my God. So I just dropped everything from me being in line and I just hauled my ass out the motherfucking store. I looked left and right to make sure that his ass wasn't around me. I got in that motherfucking car and I left. And I said, this is crazy. But this is not the first time. This was only the first close time where things could have got real bad. But this is not the first time I got cussed out because I said no. These men really don't know how to just accept the rejection. You know, I have to like make sure I tell my boys no a lot. I'll be like, no, so they can get used to it. No. I used to sell life insurance and they tell us all the time, like, you know, you're going to hear a lot of no's before you hear yes, and it's okay. Just eat that no up. It ain't nothing because somebody won't say yes. But these men out here, so entitled. So as we are closing out this Halloween season, Rych Babes, remember this: your safety, your peace, and your boundaries matter. Saying no shouldn't feel like a dangerous choice, but sadly, it's the reality that we live in. Together, we're building awareness, looking out for each other, and speaking out against these fears. Thank you so much for joining me on our 10 days to Halloween journey of real life fears and empowerment. Let's carry these lessons forward, not just for Halloween, but every day. I'm not done with you yet. I still got more videos to go. So with that being said, Rych Babes, stay rich.